everybody. Let's take a quick look at the new Metabo HPT. Their new 12 amp charger, and their brand new. This will be their new multi-volt tabless equipped, power tool battery here. Let's start off with the chargers. Here's the new one, the 12 amp max fast charger. Here's the one that a lot of us are pretty familiar with. This new one, they're roughly about the same dimensions. They're both the same, height from here. Both the same. This newer one is taller. That's the difference. Lengthwise, they're both the same. This one has, besides that, it just charges faster. It has a couple features that are, kind of cool. They both feature an onboard USB 5 volt 2 amps. They both have that. The new one has it towards the bottom of it. The older one has it at the top. But the thing is that on this older one, you have to press the button in order to actually turn it on. So you turn it on, and then you'll see this little light come on in a second. So turn it off, turned it off. The new one, you don't have to press any button to activate it. It's always on. And as far as the indicator light, they both have the same exact, light with the same, color indicators. That kind of lets you know, what's it doing, with the battery. Let's see a quick look at this one. It turns to a flashing blue, which lets you know that it's charging. And then in a little bit, you'll hear the fan kick on, the cooling fan. There's the fan. And on this new one, same thing. Well, this one actually, I just noticed that it won't flash blue anymore. All right, you can see it's a solid blue line, which means while it's charging, it's just a solid blue light. And on this one, it'll actually pulse blue when it's charging. And this one also has this cool little feature that kind of lets you know the level of the battery and what it's charging at. Now we'll just take a quick look at the batteries. This is that new T-PWR with the existing multi-volt. They're both going to be the same exact, amp hours. This will be 4 amp hours at 36 volts. If you put it on the 18 volt tool, it'll be 8 volts an amp hour, which is the same exact for this one. Except this one is equipped with tablet cells, which are just far superior than the cells that are already in this one. And as we could tell, they use the same exact case. The only difference that I see is just the sticker. This one's kind of like a real glossy kind of mirror sticker. This one's kind of more like a flat, the same exact case. And then another difference that I noticed is just the color of the push release buttons right here. This one's a little more of a darker gray. This one's more of a lighter gray. Another difference is also just the sticker they used here in the front. You see the difference. Other than that, I would say they're, from the outside, they're identical. But it's just a different type of cells that are that are inside this one. Just a newer technology. When I first seen that Metabo was going to release their new tablet style batteries, I did get kind of excited to kind of know that they might be releasing them with the new case, the one that's got like a rubber bumper. Then when I learned that they're gonna, when I seen the first pictures of this battery exactly, I seen they're gonna use the same exact case as the older one. I was a little bummed out, you know, but then I read somewhere, some guy was commenting that the reason they use, well, the reason that he speculates they're using this older style case is because this saw right here, the rear handle 7 1/4 circular saw, which is very popular. It's very popular here in the United States, and I'm sure there's, you know, some other parts of the world they also, you know, prefer this type of saw. But I know here in the United States, this is, you know, especially like in the West Coast, they do prefer to use this type of saw. So it's very popular here. And there's people that have used that newer type of battery on this saw, and the tolerances, they're very, very tight. Because you could see this one that doesn't have the rubber on the outside. You can see how tight the tolerance is. You see that? So people that have that newer style battery with the, you know, with the rubber bumper here, they claim that it's hard to pull it out and that to put it in, you know, just because it's real tight. So that might be a reason why here in the United States they only release this battery with the older case. So that is just my quick look at these new tablet style batteries, comparing them with, you know, what's currently been on the market. Also the new charger.